Hello. Okay, hopefully this works. Last time, I don't know, um it wasn't coming through. Hi, I hope everybody here is doing really well. I know it's been a minute since I did a live video and I have been taking a break from doing lives and videos in general. I want to share something with you really quick in this video. Before I do that, I want you all to know that I'm running a sale on my group coaching. For one month's payment, you get 12 months of group coaching for free. So pay 1 month, get 11 months free. And it expires on the 1st of December. The link for that, if you want to sign up, is in the description of this video. So that will end on the 1st of December. So I just wanted to announce that. That's the sale I settled on for Small Business Saturday. Anyway, I want to tell you I want to tell you something that has been going on. So I announced a couple weeks ago that I was going to take some time off for the holidays. I'm going to take time off for the rest of this year from doing YouTube videos like my regularly planned ones. So there's not going to be any more Friday videos for the rest of this year. I will start them again in January. I really feel like in this season, I just need to take some time off to rest, to kind of refocus on some things, and then also branch out and do a few things that are new to me, things that I love doing, but I don't really have time to put them in my schedule that often. So this has been a really good kind of recalibration for me. I'm usually at the gym in the morning, or I go for a run in the morning. And this is also like my quiet time. By the way, this is a faith-based channel, so I just feel the need to announce that every time I come on here. So this is my quiet time with God, and I was running one day, and God said to me, most people divide the word restoration in the wrong place. Most people say it's restoring. And so I'm also a Christian. God bless you. I do need God in my faith. I'm from Australia. Wow. Well, welcome, Paul, from Australia. Yes, and praying for your country. It's crazy. The world's crazy. Anyway, so I was on a run, and God was saying to me, most people divide this word wrongly. Most people say it's restoring. In other words, we're putting back in the things that got lost. He said, I want you to understand how I divide the word. I divide it into rest or ration. And the longer that I was thinking about this was several weeks ago. This is before I even made the announcement that I was going to take some time off from YouTube. And I knew that it was about to be a season of rest for me in a different way. And I wasn't quite sure yet if I was going to cut YouTube or if I was going to cut coaching or what I was going to do. But I knew some big part of my schedule was going to get cut. And anyway, we often... human beings have a great way of thinking their name means human doing instead of just being. And we try to do in order to be. We try to do in order to belong. We try to do in order to have an identity, right? But actually, all of those things should come from a place of being. I should be very confident in who I am before I start doing, right? And that's really what makes my whatever it is that I'm doing so powerful. And anytime that I'm doing something for love instead of from a place of love, from love, I have the motivations wrong, and therefore the fruit of that thing is always going to be wrong. It's not. You can do the right thing with the wrong motivation and end up with a completely different thing than if you had done the right thing with the right motivation. You understand what I mean? So anyway, in this place of being, all things should flow from there. And sometimes we need to get into a place of resting. And this is actually a corporate word. It's a season of rest for everybody. Everybody should be fine, and it will look different for everybody, but everybody should be in a place of rest. The word ration means a fixed amount of a commodity that's allowed to a person during a time of shortage. You can either, in my last live video, I talked about patterns, and if you can understand patterns, if you can spot patterns, it's very easy to identify the pattern that you're in or that somebody else is in, and then identify another pattern that you would like to replace that, or to, take over the other pattern. If you can't see patterns, you keep doing the same thing over and over, wondering why you don't have the result that you want, right? In order to see those patterns, you really need to be from a place of deep rest. And this is something that is so missing in our society, especially right now with the holidays. I know it's super busy and people are wanting to connect with people that they haven't seen in a while and do all of these awesome things that look really good on the surface. But sometimes they're actually done from a wrong motivation, right? It's the, I have to go visit my parents. I need to do this. Well, it's the holidays, so I have to hang out with this person, right? And these are actually toxic choices that we're making. But we don't understand that we're programmed to do that. We have a pattern that's going on. And the way to really start seeing your patterns, whatever they are, good or bad, is to get into a place of rest. In this word that God gave me when I was on my run, it was you get to choose. Do you want rest, or would you like rations? Because that's always what you're going to get. When you do the right thing with the wrong motivation, you're always going to get something lesser than what you should have. And that's why it's rationed. If you want the full restoration, then you need to know how you're dividing that word and which part of it you're choosing to sit in. If you choose to sit in a place of rest and truly reflect on the things that you're investing in, I've been talking about this so much on my Instagram, on my posts that I make. Your thoughts are currency. Your time is currency, and you need to look at where you're investing it. And if you don't like the returns you're getting, invest it somewhere else. Start investing more of something else somewhere else. And when you have the word restoration, right? We all want. Every one of us watching this video has a place of our lives where we want to see restoration in. Something has been taken from us. Something has been stolen from us. We've lost something. We're missing something, and we want to come to this place of total restoration, right? But without knowing it, we get to invest in which one of these places we put our energy, we put our time, we put our thoughts, and we put our actions, right? Belief systems always have actions that tell me what you believe. You can tell me with your mouth what you believe, but your actions are actually going to prove to me what you believe, okay? You can say to me, I know if I eat healthy, I will lose weight, and I know I need to lose weight. But if you're still eating, the dollar menu, whatever, then I see that you have head knowledge, but it's actually not a belief, because you don't believe, for whatever reason, that your actions are going to cause you to reap what you're sowing. So when you have the word restoration and you're seeking after that, you're believing for it, you're desiring it, in this season specifically, please look at where you're investing your time and from what place is your motivation coming from. When I am confident in who I am and whose I am and what I'm doing and what I'm called to do, it's easy for me to rest when the world is crazy, when everybody is telling me that I need to not take time off, when I need to be doing A, B, and C over here. When I know that it's a season of rest, I'm investing not just my my mental thoughts, but my faith. I'm putting my beliefs into action by actually being in a place of peace. This doesn't mean not doing things, by the way. a place of rest is internal. I'm talking about your internal world. Sure, maybe that means cutting out stuff out of your schedule. Sure. But that's a place, but that the motivation for cutting things out is because you want to invest more in your inner world of being at a place of rest, of peace. You're investing in one of the two things. You will either invest in rest now, and receive full restoration, or you will invest in the latter, in the rationing, and get partial restoration. The rest of this year is a special time. And it's really important that you get it together. Like, you really make a decision about where you're investing your life, your energy, your thoughts, your time. These are all currencies, and you need to really take a look at where you're investing these things and what it is that you're hoping to have by investing in all of it, wherever that is. When you get into a place of rest, you can also get into a place of seeing more clearly. Like I was talking about, the rotations, the patterns, they're easy to see when you're in a place of rest. But if you're in a place of doing and you're very busy in your mind, internal world, again, I'm talking about your internal world. If you're very busy in your internal world, then you're on autopilot most of the day. You don't even recognize why you're doing something, what you're hoping to get from that. Is it fruitful? Does it actually help you get closer to the life you want to be living? None of that is actually consciously being thought about and being considered in what you're doing. You're just on autopilot doing these patterns over and over, waking up to the same life over and over and over, thinking about all of the ways that it could be different, what you would be doing, how you wish it was different, but making no action behind any of those thoughts. When you're in a place of rest, you actually have the ability to cut out the noise internally. You're in your internal mind. The rotations that have been going on in your internal mind, shut those off during rest, and you can actually see the patterns that you're investing in. And are those patterns getting you closer to restoration, or are they getting you closer to rationing what your future is going to be? Most of us throttle the momentum behind our own lives based off of that, based off of the fact, like, nope, I've always done this. The kids got to go to school. Then this has to happen. It's holidays. We're going here. We're going there. And it's filled with noise. It's filled with doing and not from being. You're doing things for love, not from love. And that will always get you a harvest that's much less than what you should have. And it's not, and sometimes it's a harvest that you don't even want. You will reap what you sow. It's a spiritual principle. It doesn't matter what you believe, who you believe in. It doesn't matter. It's a spiritual principle. It's like gravity, okay? It doesn't matter. You can choose to not believe in gravity. It doesn't matter. It literally has no effect on how the rest of things are going to function. And so if you don't have time, if you don't take the time to really look at where you're sowing your energy, your time, your words, your thoughts, your actions, then you're going to have the rationing of restoration when you should have the fullness of it. Rest is an amazing thing that allows you to actually get way more than you should have had than if you were doing. We think, well, let me say, we tend to think on a grand scale that, like, the more I do, the more I get. But that's only true. That's only true if my place of being has already been established, right? We think I'll do, and then I'll be. Once I have X amount, then I'll be. But that's so backwards. It's so backwards. It's actually a great way to make sure that you never have that amount, and that you're always chasing the dollar. You're always chasing, the next relationship, the next degree, whatever it is that is your thing. You're always going to be chasing it because it wasn't set up correctly. Even the word restoration has rest at the beginning. Rationing is what's left over. You don't want that. You want the full thing. So do it in order, is my point of this video. I do hope this helped you. I was honestly, I think that this is so important for so many people to grasp in this season of transition. I mean, we're leaving this year, we're about to enter a new year, and instead of thinking like what's going to change about your life on January 1st and all of the New Year's resolutions that you're going to make, why don't you look at the this season coming to an end and the new year as your new life. Like what you've already done doesn't work. If you've already made New Year's resolutions and you haven't gotten the fruit of that, then don't make that decision anymore. Make a different one. You know, rest allows you to critically think and analyze your about what you're doing versus just getting into the patterns and just kind of getting on autopilot. So, anyway, I hope that this kind of helps you sort through the rest of this year. This season that we're in is very critical, and I think I think it contains the power to literally transform lives overnight if it's done in order. And I don't want people to miss out on that. And I hope that maybe this video gives you another way to think about restoration and what that means for you and where you've been investing your time and your energy, effort, all of that so far. And maybe there's, a still small voice that's telling you it should be invested somewhere else. So I hope this helps you guys. I hope you have a great rest of the month, a good rest of the year. If you want to sign up for my group coaching, which is a weekly, live weekly event, you'll have access to all of the past sessions that I've ever done, as well as I upload new PDFs. So whether they're ebooks or worksheets or whatever they are, I upload those new every month. You have access to that as well. Plus the live sessions. So this is coaching. This isn't a mentorship program. In other words, this is your specific questions, your specific situations that you send to me in advance, and I answer during our group coaching sessions. So these are every Tuesday morning. You can watch them live, or you can catch the replay, like I said. So if you want to sign up for that, the link is in the description of this video. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of the day.